I'm back. I'm sorry about what happened the other time. So I'm back fully. Please call your colleagues, call everyone. I had some issues with the video coming up showing my face. I'm back. I'm sorry about what happened the other time. So I'm back fully. Please call your colleagues, call everyone. I had some issues with the video coming up showing my face. I'm back. I'm sorry about what happened. So I'm back fully. Please call your colleagues, call everyone. I had some issues with the video coming up showing my face. I'm back. I'm sorry about what happened. So I'm back fully. Please call your colleagues, call everyone. Can you hear me now? I had some issues with the so everyone, can you hear me now? If you can hear me, let me see your comments. So there's echo. Okay, I think I've eradicated echo. There should be no echo again now. Can you hear me now? Is the audio good? Yes, you can hear me. Good. Now we can move. We can move now. So welcome everyone. Welcome to the Freshers Orientation Part 2. This time around, we are going to move forward. We are going to go back to what we did, but I'll do a recap of what we did the last time. The last time we had the orientation, I talked about Part 2. CCMAS. This time around, I described what CCMAS is all about to you, the purpose of CCMAS and all that. And I also told you about the BMAS. We talked about the CCMAS, the BMAS, and why there's a need for CCMAS. So then I gave you all this information. We also looked at course forms, your course forms. We talked about course forms, how your course form should look like. Then exam dockets. Then we looked at CGPA, the class of CGPA. We looked at the first class, second class upper, second class lower. Then we talked about situation where you can be in probation, you'll be warned, you'll be warning, start warning. Actually, it's good standing that is good for every student. But when you are in probation and warning, we talked about all that before you exit out of the system. Then we talked about your classes, attending classes, your venue for attending classes, distant learning. We talk about lecture theaters, faculty, and we also talk about currently we are having virtual classes. So we also talked about letter writing. So we stopped at the letter writing, and I say we are going to continue from there. So here's where we are today. We are going to be looking at the aspect that we have not talked about. So today we are on part 2 of fresher orientation. So welcome. Ask everyone to join because we have to move very fast. I want to see everyone join so we can move very fast. Yes, yes. Yes, people are joining. You can hear me. So if you can hear me, just drop a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Welcome. Thumbs up if you can hear me now, loud and clear. Okay. Now, today we'll be looking at the issues going on concerning the new codes, CCMAS, and the new codes. We are going to be looking at GSC registration, issue of matric number, courses not showing up properly, and so on. So first of all, I'll talk about systematic codes. The issues going on. There are some courses currently, basically physics, basically physics, that is having issue with other faculties. Now, the other faculties are having issues on the what does that say? They're having issues about PHY, like philosophy, and we are having physics. So our physics is actually clashing with those faculties. Now, we have PHY, and they also have PHY, philosophy. So there's some clashing at the CITS, what's it called? At the CITS platform. So in order to address this, PHY is now PHY/CM for science. So most of you that you have registered PHY 101, we are going to edit your profile to make PHY-CM 101 as your course for physics. I repeat, that PHY 101, although it's the same content, but you have to change it. You have to change it. If you check now, you're supposed to see PHY-CM 101. Now, concerning some courses that are not showing on your profile, because I have discussed with the CITS director, and if you follow the CCMAS, the one adopted by the University of Lagos, actually your course advisor should be able to give you from this week. They should be able to give you, so you look at the courses that are on the CCMAS for you to do. It is not about what you saw on the internet. It's about what is obtained here. I'm aware that some lecturers are still using old codes, but the contents are probably the same. What am I saying is that because the issue is largely about physics and is largely about the code. So the code is changing, but the content is the same. So what you are going to do is that you are going to go and edit your portal. I will, after this message, after this orientation, if you don't get it to edit, I will definitely inform the CITS director. They will allow you to edit your profile and pick PHY-CM. For all science, engineering, whatever you are, your code must be PHY-CM. Because if you register with the PHY 101, to be clashing with another faculty, and it may not reflect on the broadsheet. We are still going to talk about broadsheet. I'll show you broadsheet. So that is that. Now, we also have students talking about GST. GST not showing, or they could not log in. All the while, CITS have not onboarded all the students on GST. So now I think they have started onboarding. And if you have registered, you're supposed to have GST login successfully. So the GST login is supposed to, be successful, especially if you have paid school fees. If you are registered for GST, on your portal, you're supposed to be able to successfully log in, because the previous error was because GST have not been onboarded. Well, I may not be able to say categorically and confidently as I'm speaking right now, but I know that from Monday, tomorrow, GST ought to have been onboarded. Anybody that have been successfully logged in, that means to have been onboarded. So concerning the GST, it is because some of you have not registered for it. If you have not registered for it, it will not log in. You will not be able to log in. So that is for GST. Some people are complaining that they don't have matric number. Some of you that are complaining don't have matric number. One of the reasons is because some have not paid school fees. You may have been screened, but you have not paid school fees. But if you have paid school fees and you have been screened, then remain calm, because that means they have not activated your admission. The moment they activate your admission at the admission office, this is not a CRTS issue. This is not a Faculty of Science issue. This is not a Subdean of Science issue. It is actually at the admission office, which by God's grace, tomorrow, I will personally visit the office and ensure that all this backlog of admission that have not been activated, matric number not issued, will be activated, because I'm aware the matric number is very important for you. Now, let me check the next thing on the list. What's that? Okay, courses not showing properly will be activated. I think I've addressed that. Some courses that are not showing on your profile are because they are probably not the approved courses. Some are in error, I admit. Some are in error, but okay, I'm working with the CITS to ensure that this is rectified as soon as possible. So all the courses that are not showing, I got all the feedback from all of you, and I've actually shared this with CITS, and it is being worked on as we speak. This thing is gradual. Some will have their own successfully done, and once it's successfully done, you can print your course form and go and meet your to endorse your course form your file. So, and remember to edit your courses that are being registered in error. There is, for instance, the PHY 101. You must go and edit it. Now, let's go to the next matter. I think if there are any other issues, yes, Matthew Ajibade, yes, PHMC 101, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, that is it. Some have already registered for it. Go ahead and continue to register for it. So now, let me look at some of your questions regarding this. Hold on. People are registered for GST as seeing 3 assignments that submission date is due. Don't worry. I will visit them at the GST office. I will ensure that some of these issues are resolved. Some of the issues of late registration and so on, I will ensure that you will not be penalized for it. So how do you register for GST? Ask your common colleagues. You have to register for the course on your platform. Them at the GST of your profile. So I will ensure okay, let me move on now. Let me look at some of the issues of late registration and so on. Let me move on. I will ensure that you will not be penalized for it. Excuse me. How do you register for GST? Ask your common colleagues. You have to register for the course. If there are any other issues, let me know. Your profile. So if there are no other issues, okay, the next thing is letter writing, official letter writing of complaint, request, and notification. So you have to write a letter when you have issues. There's no way. If there are any other issues, and you must write the letter in the right way. Okay. Now, I wrote there, we treated this next leg. Yeah, we are in the next leg of the orientation now. Official letter and complaint. You must write through your course advisor. When you have issues, you must write through your course advisor. That is what you must do. You must write your letter through your course advisor. Let me remove this. Some of these things preventing the screen from showing. Hold on, please. You must write through your. Hold on, please. Let me share this screen. I don't want some of the headline to be blocked. Okay, now you must write your letter through your course advisor. You must write through your course advisor. and you write to your head of department to the office in concern. You cannot write a letter directly. You cannot write a letter directly means you can't write a letter directly to the person in charge. You have to write to your course advisor. That is how it must be done. You cannot write directly to the person in charge. Sorry, can you hear me now? I'm sorry. I'm talking right now. I'm talking right now. I was muted. I was muted automatically. Somebody called me. So now, can you hear me now, please? I'm sorry. Now, so it was a call that muted. So now, can you hear me? Okay, good. Now, assuming you are a student, I was trying to remove the Zoom bar. It's blocking that. It's blocking the. For you can see that thing on top. I don't know why it's blocking it. I will resolve that later. Okay, so now, it's just blocking this thing. I don't know why this is happening. It was because of the issue I encountered before. Anyway, let's just manage it like that. I'll give you the slide afterwards. This is a sample letter. At the top that is blocking, it shows Department of Zoology. That's what is blocking, Department of Zoology. Then it's also showing the date, That's part of your own address, as if you're writing a letter. So the other left-hand side is head chemistry department. Then you are going to write to the head of chemistry department. If you have a complaint in chemistry, okay, you are in zoology, you are writing to the chemistry department because you did a course. Now, to head zoology, that is your own head of department. You are a zoology student, you are writing to head of chemistry for a complaint. So you are going to write to your own head of department, which is zoology, faculty of science, through 100 level course advisor, zoology. Then your subject is missing continuous assessment, was Zoo 101. Actually, you can actually do it any way you like. You can put your subject whichever way, but let your subject communicate the information. Let your subject communicate the information. Okay. Now, this is your name. I, Omomo Bomomo of the above department with matric number. This is writing to request that my missing continuous assessment score be included in my result that was pasted. I sat for the test on so. I sat for the test on 2nd of January 2024. I sat for the test on 2nd of January 2025. You're going to put the date there, whichever date you want. And my score, as it was shown on the result list, was 20/30. These are important details you must put there. Your matric number, the date of the event that you are complaining about, and the content. The content in this part is your result, which is 20/30. You must not forget to include it. Okay? Then you can now please, I also participate in the previous class. I will be grateful if my request is granted. Then you must sign the letter. You must sign the letter with your own signature. Then you are going to give it to your course advisor. Your course advisor will now endorse the letter. Once you take it to your course advisor, he or she will endorse the letter. He will sign at the part where you have through 100 level course advisor. He will sign. He or she will sign. They will give it to you. You will now take to the head of department, who will also endorse it. You drop the letter with the head of department. They will take it off from there. You are not to take it to chemistry yourself. Once you drop the letter at the department, your own department, head of department office, your own part has been fulfilled. So you may now come back maybe in the next 1 week or 3 days later to hear the feedback. The feedback will be obtained from the department. If you want to get feedback, you have to go to your department. They must have given a feedback. A minuted information will be on your letter. If your letter has been treated, if your request is genuine, if your complaint is genuine, it will be shown on the letter. So you now get the letter. Now, let me show you a sample of a letter that was treated previously. There was a letter that I attached here. It's a live letter, which is, let me show you. Hold on. I think I have a letter here. This is a letter. This is a sample of a letter that was written previously. You can see this is a request for deferment, but this is not a letter of complaint. You can see something written there, approved on behalf of Board of Studies. The letter has been approved. There's a stamp on the Dean office. You can see all sorts of signature on the letter. It means the letter has gone to the appropriate channel. And from there on, once your request is about, they should include your CA, it is where they wrote this pen. That's where they're going to put your details there. They will give the letter back to your course advisor, and the course advisor will let you know. They will put the letter in your file. So you are not going to take the letter home. The letter will be in your file. So that is how that will be done. So now, talking about student leave of absence. I need to explain something about leave of absence for you. Leave of absence is a situation where a student is requesting to be absent from school officially. To be absent from school officially. Because as a student, you are not supposed to be absent from school. You are supposed to be present in school. Because if a student is absent 3 times, if you're absent 3 times, that is automatic withdrawal. That means you'll be withdrawn from the system. You know, the way the system, the computerized program for your academic record is programmed, Every student must register, sit for an exam, and result is shown. But if a student registered and did not come for examination, the system will program it as absent. So when the result is out on the list of the student record, it will show absent. If the student pays school fees, even did not register a course, it will register the fact that, you have paid school fees, you are currently supposed to attend classes, but you are absent. Now, once you are absent for 3 consecutive times, you will be withdrawn from University of Lagos. So, if you are not going, if you don't want to encounter such, if you know that you will not be in school, if you are going through some issues at home, some things that may not allow you to be available, you must write a letter. Because this issue normally causes some people a lot of problems. Because when they are absent, when they are not present, and they are withdrawn, to get back to the system can be very, very difficult. So I will tell you how to get back to the system, although it is not now. I will explain before the end of the class. Now, you must write your leave of absence just the way you wrote your letter of complaint. But this time, you are not writing to the head of department of the other courses. You are writing directly to the dean of your faculty. So the letter must be written to the dean, through the course advisor, through the head of department. You are going to arrange it the way it was arranged previously. The dean's address will be on top, then followed by your head of department, then your course advisor at the last. The same letter format, then your subject will be request for leave of absence. Now, the body of your letter will state the purpose, the reason why you are going on leave of absence. Maybe you have financial constraints, you have health issues, or you have some challenges with accommodation. It will be granted. But if you say you want to travel, nobody will give you leave of absence to travel. You understand me now? So your leave of absence on financial grounds is usually granted. Health ground usually granted. Accommodation issues may be granted. It may not be granted. It may or may not be granted. But the 2 grounds that may be granted is on financial constraints. You are unable to pay school fees, or you don't have money to be coming to school. Yes, they will allow you to be on absence officially until you are financially capable. But if you want to travel, there's a different procedure which the school usually will not grant it unless there is a reason, very important reason. So the letter will be written just the way they wrote the letter for complaint. You are going to put your address on top. You are going to write to the dean of Faculty of Science, through the head of department of your department. For instance, through head of microbiology, through head of physics, head of chemistry, like that. Then through 100 level course advisor. Then you put the bracket, your department, then subject. Your details, you put the details appropriately. Your letter must be written decently. Although your course advisor should guide you, then you sign the letter. If you don't sign any letter, it will not be attended to. You must sign the letter with your handwriting. A lot of students usually don't sign letters. Some letter may not be signed, because if you don't sign a letter, it means that the letter is not one. You can deny it. You can deny it, even though your matric number is there. Yes, you can deny it, but you must sign the letter. So once that is done, it will go through some process, which is, you don't need to understand. The process from the faculty to the deans, then to go to the board of studies. It will now be approved. Once it's approved, you must wait for approval. When you see approval, then you can go ahead. Because if you don't see approval, that means perhaps your letter has not been treated, or your letter has been rejected. So you must wait for an approval. Once you get an approval, you get a letter. A letter will be issued to you. That letter, you must keep it properly in your file. Remember, some of you were given 2 files. I will also advise you, have your own file. Have your own file. That your file, you'll be keeping some of these important documents. Make a copy of every letter given to you. They are very important. So you keep the approval letter in your file because you need a letter when you are coming for reabsorption. Now, after you have now gone for leave of absence, you can go for 3 years, you can go for 5 years, you can go as long as you want. But you know, the longer you go, all your colleagues will have graduated. So you don't go more than 2 semesters, more than 2 years, no matter, depending on what has happened to you. But once you receive an approval before going, anytime you come back, you will write a letter to the dean again. The same process as you wrote the letter to the dean through your HOD, through course advisor, the way you arrange the letter, then you will now request for reabsorption. Your letter will now be request for reabsorption. Your letter will be request for reabsorption. Okay? So you don't pray that you fall sick. Some people are writing that you want sick. No, don't pray you fall sick. This thing you are talking about, don't joke with it. So when you now write a letter for reabsorption, you will now wait until it is approved. Once it's approved, then you can now join the system back and continue your studies. So leave of absence is you discover some of you may have to write it for one reason or the other. This is things that normally happen. But you see, a lot of students don't write these things and they get into trouble. When they want to come back to the system, it becomes difficult for them. Their profile will be locked. They will not be able to register any course. Nothing will happen. Before you know it, automatically say you are withdrawn. But that will not be your portion. So on medical reports, we also have issue of medical reports. Students are also allowed to write for medical leave. You can go on leave. Okay, I think I'll be able to remove this thing now. Good. This that is blocking this thing. Now, medical reports is also important. Why medical reports? Sometimes students may fall sick. When the student falls sick and unable to attend classes, when the student falls sick and unable to attend classes, there's a need for clarification medically. That means if the exam is to take place and you are sick, you are admitted at home, you could not attend that exam, or you discover that you are sick, you will not be able to attend the exam. It's two things. If you know that you are sick, you will not be able to attend the exam, or you are sick and you could not even write a letter. What you're going to do next is to, first of all, report to the medical center with your medical report from whichever hospital you are admitted to. But if you are admitted in the school health center, that one is even better because you can actually take your reports to the right authorities. But if you are admitted outside the University of Lagos, you will get a medical report from where you were admitted and bring to the University of Lagos Medical Center to obtain University of Lagos medical report. Once you obtain the medical report, then the medical report will now be attached to a letter you are going to write to indicate that you were sick at the time when exam was being conducted or a test was being conducted. So for a test that's being conducted, the medical report will allow a makeup test for you. Because if you miss a test, the lecturer may try to do a makeup test for you. But in the case where the lecturer says 98% of the students sat for the test, there is no need for makeup test. Any other person that could not attend the test is probably student that usually absent from class. So they will not do a makeup test for you. But if you have a genuine reason, your genuine reason is medical reports. You don't have to go and forge a medical report, because if you forge a medical report, it will be known, and you don't have to lie that you are sick. So you bring your medical report and attach it to a letter written through your course advisor, through your head of department, to that department in question. and make your request known, and let them know that you were actually sick. That is why you missed CA. Okay? Now, in the case of examination, it is different. Examination will not be reconducted for you because you are sick. It will not be reconducted. But, because you have registered for a course and you did not sit for the exam, you are supposed to be given 0. But because of a medical report, your examination score will be, removed. You will not be allowed to sit for the exam in the coming session. That means you will not be given 0 because you are registered for the course and you did not attend the course. Automatically, you'll be given 0. Even though you have a CA, you'll be given 0. But with your medical report, it means that you will now be allowed to sit for the exam afresh, as if you never registered. So they will remove it from the course you registered for. It will not be used to divide your CGPA so that it will not affect your CGPA. You will now sit for the exam fresh. That is how it is done. Medical report is not for a mark upgrade. It is not for you to go and beg that, please, because I was sick, that was why I could not write the exam properly. No. If you know you cannot write the exam, you will not write the exam when you are sick. Just leave the exam, go and obtain medical report and excuse yourself and provide it. But the consequence is that you do the course later on, but you are not carrying it over. But if you don't have a medical report and you are absent, it is automatic carryover. But medical report will not allow you to carry over the course. You know what is carryover? Everybody knows that even before you enter university, you already know what is carryover. So that is for medical reports. And it is very important that a student, every student understand this properly. Examination dockets. So we talked about examination docket the last time, but now I'm talking about it again because exam is near. Your exam is going to come up probably March, April. You not do exam February. You do your own exam maybe around April. After the 200 level, 300 level, 400 level, I've done the exams. So when it comes to the time of exams, your docket will be activated. Now, docket cannot be activated. Your docket will be activated a week or 2 days, 3 days to the examination. Your docket will now be activated. At this point, you will now print out your docket the way you print out your course form. Now you can't see any docket to print, no. But by the time exam is near, a week to exam or 2 days to the examination, mostly a week to the examination, your docket will be activated. The moment your docket is activated, print out your docket. Print out your docket and take it to your course advisor for signing. 2 things you have to do. You have to print out your docket, take it to your course advisor for signing. When they sign it, then they will laminate it for you. Docket must be laminated. If your docket is not laminated, it will not be allowed in the examination. I repeat, your docket must be laminated. Now, you can't laminate yourself. Once you submit it, you go. Department will laminate for you. Although the department may charge you money for lamination. That is how it is done. They will laminate it for you. And the reason for lamination is because to prevent malpractice, so that you don't write on your docket, so that somebody may not try to put another picture on your docket. So a docket is laminated for security reasons. So when your docket is printed, you are not going to write anything on it. You take it to your course advisor who will sign. Then your head of department who will sign. Then they will laminate it. Then you come back and collect your docket. Your docket must be carried with you into the examination or all the time. Your docket is more important during your exam than your ID card. Yes, because your docket must carry your picture. It carry all the courses. If you don't have an ID card, it doesn't matter. You will sit for exam. But if you don't have a docket, you will not sit for exam. And because you have an ID card does not mean you can sit for exam. Because if you don't register for that course, you don't have any business in the examination hall. Some people do not register for a course and they mistakenly go to the examination hall. Or some people come to impersonate. Okay, so your docket is like your visa to the examination. It's like your access card. Yes, your docket is like access card to the examination, and you must never write on your docket. You must never. If you write on your docket, it will be regarded as examination malpractice because your docket must be plain. Even if you write national anthem on your docket, you can be taken as exam malpractice because the national anthem could be a code. Yes. So you can start writing national anthem as a code. Who knows? So this is done to prevent examination malpractice. So on docket, await the time when examination docket will be activated. Then you can print out your docket. So broadsheets and the features of broadsheets. It is important for you to understand broadsheets, features of broadsheets. Let me see some people what they're writing there before we get to question and answer. Okay, now the broadsheets and features of broadsheets. Your broadsheet is the like exam report of every student. All of you in your class in, let me say, 100 level microbiology student, 100 level physiology student, first semester. Your broadsheet consists of all the students in that regard. All the scores, all the courses you took, your score, and your CGPA will be shown on the broadsheet. So your broadsheet is your examination report card. Let me put it that way. It's your examination report card. When a result is pasted for everybody to see, if it's not yet on the broadsheet, it is not yet done. Until your result is on your broadsheet, that is when you know that it has been done. That is, so before a result is on the broadsheet, if you have any complaint, you must do a complaint before they put the result on the broadsheet. Because the result is on the broadsheet and your broadsheet is now approved by Senate. This is how it is done. The result goes through departmental approval. After departmental approval, it will go to faculty board of examiners for approval. At the faculty board of examiners, if there is any complaint, they can observe some of the errors in your name, they can observe this and that. Once that is done, it goes to Senate. Now, before all this is done, the lecturer pastes your results at the notice board for everybody. When he pastes the result, that is the time for you to make a complaint. If your CA is omitted, that is when you write a letter that your CA was omitted. Usually, some students will write a letter that, hey, I got 40, I think I should get 50. No, all these are wrong. If your CA was omitted, you write a letter that your CA was omitted, or if your exam was not recorded. If you notice something that is not adding up, something may not add up, yes, you can write, okay? But you don't write that they should upgrade you. It is wrong for you to be writing that they should upgrade you in an examination that has been done. So once you have done all that and everybody have made complaint or there's no complaint, that is when the department will now approve the results. After the department approve the result, then it will now be taken to the Faculty of Science Board of Examiners. After that, it goes to Senate. Once Senate approves a result, it is always very difficult for a complaint to be attended to. So you must address your complaint then. So now look at the broadsheet. This is a broadsheet of a particular student, which I will not indicate for you. So you see here, this is the name of students. This is where we have the name of the student here. The matric number is here. The name is here. Now we have the cumulative unit taken so far. All these things are very important, so you must take note of them. Cumulative unit taken so far, that is, excuse me, let me look for a better notation. Okay, now, number of unit taken so far, that is, the person have taken 21 units. This person is 100 level. You can see this person is 100 level, 21, 22. I have blocked the name of the student. That's why I cannot see the name of the student. Now, the student have taken 21 units. The student cumulative, the student have passed 21 units of courses. Then cumulative grade points so far. This is it. Then the students CGP cumulative GP is 2.65. You can see that the student standing is good standing. It means that this student good standing is okay. That means the student is not having probation, the student is not on warning, the student is not on withdrawal. Good standing GSD means you are standing with the department, with the school. You are okay, irrespective of what is going on. So now, in all these places, the result will be stated there. But you see, this student result here, all will be here. You see why all is here at this point is because the student went on leave of absence, LOA. The student is on leave of absence. I don't want to show you some student results. If there is result current semester, all the results will be stated in this point. All the results will be here. You see a lot of results. You see BTN 121, you see CHN 121, GST, you see the results at the point. And all the numbers, serial number, it could be 100 students. All of them will be listed as it is here. Now, one thing I want to show you, the mode of entry is UTME. If you are direct entry, it will state direct entry. This is the point where we have, if a student is having carryover, this is where you have the number of carryover you have. Then, academic standing currently for the student is leave of absence. So, this is how your broadsheet looks like. You don't need any special interpretation to understand your broadsheet, but there are some things I need to point out for you in your broadsheet. You see, every student are expected to do elective courses. I want you to have it at the back of your mind now. Every student is expected to do elective courses. In 100 level, all your courses are compulsory. There are no elective, yes. But by the time you get to 200 level, by the time you get to 200 level, you will be expected to do elective courses. And the minimum number of elective course units that you must do is 128. I repeat, 128 elective units. That means in this semester, if there are 9 electives and there are 3 units, that means 3 units of elective. Okay, actually you do, let me say you did 3 in first semester and you can do 6 in second semester. I'm just giving an example. So you now see 9 elective, 3, that means 3 times 9, that's 27 units. So in that year, you must have done 27 units of elective. So in the subsequent year too, you are going to have elective. So your total cumulative unit of elective that you must do is 128. You will see it at the point, at the broadsheet. It will be stated there. You see here, cumulative, where is it? Let me check. Here is cumulative semesters, cumulative units for CGPA. Okay, because these students have not, is leave of absence. If it's not on leave of absence, it will show you the number of electives that students have passed. It will show you you have passed 70, you are 77 or 128 number of electives. If you fail an elective, you can't carry it over. Okay, elective is usually 40. If you have 40, you can go. But if you fail an elective, you are not going to carry over that course, but you have not passed the unit of the elective. It's very important. Let me repeat. If you fail an elective, you will not carry it over. Like for instance, if you fail a compulsory course, you have to carry it over. You must pass it. But if it's an elective, if you fail it, you will not have to carry it over. But you must pass the number of elective units. So if you don't pass the number of elective units, when you want to graduate, if the total number of elective units is not up to 128, even if you don't have a carryover, you will not be able to graduate. This thing has happened to students very well. When you don't have any carryover, you're supposed to graduate. You now discover that you only have 127 units over 128. You will never go. The system will not graduate you. So when you fail an elective, because you don't have a carryover, doesn't mean you will not go and rewrite and you must enroll for another elective to make up for the elective you have failed. You must make it up by making sure that you register for another elective and pass. Because if you fail an elective, even though you not carry it over, but you have not fulfilled the total number of units. So at the end of your 400 level or 500 level or 600 level, the total number of elective units that you're supposed to pass will reflect. If you have 128, fine. But if you don't have 127, 126, you will never go. Even if you are in first class, I can tell you. But it is very impossible for you to be in first class and not have your total number of electives completed. So please, this is very, very important. The reason why I'm doing this orientation for you is because so many students have fallen into this problem and they did not have people to tell them. I'm taking this pain to explain this to you so that you must come with an understanding of the system, how the system works. Nobody will give you an excuse that you are not aware. There is no ignorance of the law. There is no ignorance of the law. There are some laws that are there, but nobody is going to read out the law to you. But you must get into the system and understand how the system works. So everything I'm telling you, put it at the back of your mind. If it has to mean that you come back and be watching this video to understand every year, come back and watch the video to get understanding. We have the part 1 and the part 2 so that you understand some of these basics. These are the things that you need for your survival in the system. So the next thing here is time-lapse withdrawal, reabsorption, and extension. What does that mean? Time-lapse withdrawal, reabsorption, and extension. Now, let me start with time-lapse withdrawal. Every student in every department is expected to spend a maximum number of years. For instance, a 4-year course, you're supposed to spend 4 years and go. 5-year course, spend 5 years and go. But there are situations whereby a student having issues, maybe carryover, because when you have a carryover that you could not pass the carryover, your colleague will graduate and you will have an extra year to finish up your carryover and graduate. If you have an extra year to graduate and you pass all your course, you can go. But the law in the system says that you cannot do a course more than 3 after when you graduate 3 times. That means you will be given 2 extra or 3 extra years. So for a 4-year course, you have maximum of 7 years in the system. After spending 7 years, I think it's 6 years, 7 years. After 7 years, you have not yet passed that course. You will be withdrawn. You will be sent out, automatic withdrawal. That withdrawal is called time-lapse withdrawal. That means your time has lapsed. The time given to you to pass has lapsed. So you will be withdrawn out of the system. However, if you are the type that you have genuine reasons for your lapse, you have the opportunity to write a letter to be reabsorbed back to the system, that they should give you an extension, 1-year extension. So the extension is given on the basis that you are going to pass your courses and you have paid your school fees. So you will be reabsorbed back. So you are going to write a letter for extension. After that, you are now going to write a letter for reabsorption. You write the letter the way I've given you, the same format of the letter. This time around, you have to write your extension to the vice chancellor, not to the dean. You write a letter to the vice chancellor, because it's the vice chancellor that have to grant you extension. It is not the dean. It is not the head of department. It's the vice chancellor that will grant you extension. Or you may write to academic affairs. Academic affairs also work under the vice chancellor, which can grant you extension. Anything other than that, you will not be allowed back into the system. So you to pay attention to these things. You have to pay attention to these things. Okay? Now, I think it's time for question and answer. I've been able to address some of your concern. I mean, that's a concern, to address some of the things I think are important for you to know. So let me now look for your question and answer so I can attend to you. I will attend to your questions one after the other. Question and answer. Now, you may now type your question. I will read. Now type your question if you have any question. I'm starting from here now. From where I put question and answer. Sir, how are the 128 unit elective calculated? It's automatic. It's automatic. How are the 128 unit elective calculated? It is automatic. What I mean is that once you register, for instance, I'm answering the question after Q&A now. Every other question I want to answer, you just have to repeat your question. Okay? After we have posted Q&A, I'm asking the question below. Now, sir, how are the 128 unit elective calculated? It is calculated by the number of units you do. You see, it's being calculated by the system. You will see every elective that is available in the in the first semester, second semester. Sometimes we have 3 electives, but you have to liaise with your course advisor. That's why you don't just go and register a course. You have a course advisor. That's why they call them course advisor. They are the one that will advise you on which elective you must do and the total number of units. Your total number of units and elective must not exceed the total number of units that you have. You have the maximum number of units you must do, and you have the minimum number of units. So with your compulsory courses and your elective courses, everything must add up to the maximum number of units. The system has calculated in such a way that you can have, like, let me say, 4 compulsory courses, and your compulsory courses could be 3 units. That means 3 times 4, that's 12 units. Then you're supposed to register 25 units, for example. So when you have 3, let me say 5. You have 5 carry-overs, 5 compulsory courses, right? So each one is 3 units, and you have a maximum of 25 units to register for that semester. So when you have registered all your compulsory courses, so that means 3 times 5, that's 15. And you have maximum of 25 courses. So after having 15 courses compulsory registered, the remaining 10 units, that means you have 3 electives to offer. You have 3. So you can do 2 or 3. So when you register 2, that means for 3, if your elective is 3 units, that means you have 6. 3, that's 6 plus 15, that is 21. So when you register 21 over 25, it's okay. But sometimes you have to follow your course advisor to be sure, because there are some electives that are actually very important for you to do. So in the case where you have 3 electives available, that's 9. 9 plus 15, that's 24 units. So you can actually register 24 units over 25 units, which is the maximum number of units. You cannot register above. Before you register for an above, you have to get an approval from the dean or the head of department before they can approve it. And you must have a reason for that. If you're a weak student, you will not be allowed to register above that. So what I'm saying in essence is that you have to calculate your elective. It is system generated. So the next question here, please, the portal is not opening. What are we going to do? For the portal that's not opening, it will be opened back. It will be reopened. Please, can anyone log it? I'm not seeing question here. Or where is it? No question. I'm not saying it. See, sir, please, can one transfer from Faculty of Science to Basic Medical Science if your CGPA is high? No, you can't transfer. You know why you cannot transfer? It's because there are a lot of people that want to enter that department. From 100 level, we are going to 200 level. There are people that are currently offering foundation study called JUPEB. JUPEB have total number of students that are already applying for basic medical sciences, like medicine, surgery, nursing, and so on. So they normally have people coming, and they also have direct entry students. So if you don't enter 200 level, it's not easy for you to cross unless there are no people applying as direct entry. And we always have people applying as that. That's why it's not possible. It's not possible. So again, what was the other question? Sir, please, are pre-med students still offering BTN 108? I've sent you your courses. Check if any courses that is not there. I can't put courses on my head. Any courses that is not listed, you are not offering it. If it's not in the document sent to you, you are not offering it. How do you transfer to another department? How do you transfer to another department if you transfer to another department at the end of the session? At the end of the second semester, you can transfer to any department in Faculty of Science or outside faculty, but you cannot transfer to College of Medicine. The reason is because most of the courses in College of Medicine, they are professional courses, and even the students that are offering it at 100 level, not all of them will go. Some of them will be dropped. Some of them, if they don't pass very well, they will not be allowed to cross. So you can't even cross there because they have the total number. For instance, if there's currently in 100 level, let's say we have medical students, medical surgery, let's say we have 150 students registered. If there are students that did not pass, they will drop them. They will not allow anybody to join. Because when they get to 200 level, some students are coming to join them from direct entry, adding up them. So that slot for direct entry is always reserved. It's not for people to cross over. Cannot cross. But in Faculty of Science, you can cross from one department to another, provided that you have a very strong CGPA. And how do you transfer? You want to transfer to another department at the end of that session. At the end of that session, it will be announced at the university website where you can download a transfer form. The transfer form it will be filled. Once you fill the transfer form, you would first of all go to the department you want to transfer to and go and request that, please, I want to come to the department. You meet the head of the department. They ask you a question, they ask for your profile. And if they say, okay, you can come to our department, if they give you the go ahead, then you go and meet your own department, they will now sign you out. That form you fill, you present them to the department of your current department. The head of the department will sign that you are releasing you. You now take the form to the new department, they will sign that you are taking you. Then you take it to academic affairs. It's academic affairs that will now process it. By the time you are resuming the next session, you will see that your department has changed. Let me see, what's the next question? How do we transfer from different faculties? I've answered that. The same thing with department applies. People that are registered, CHM and PO already, what are we going to do? For people that are registered for CHM and PHY 101, you will be allowed to edit your course. You'll be allowed to edit your course on your profile. You can edit it on your profile. So once you edit it, you pick the right course. So for the GST course, I couldn't log in. Yes, you have to register for the GST. Transfer of department, I've answered that. How do we transfer from faculty? I've answered that. So pre-med student still be doing PT, I've done that. So what about transfer? I've done that. I've not been able to generate my course form, sir. If you have not been able to generate your course form, have you paid? Yes. If you have paid your school fees, what department are you? It may be some of the department or some of the pockets of issues that we are addressing. You will send a message, tag me on the general group, and tag me on, don't enter my DM because I have a lot of message on my DM, and even my WhatsApp, that my WhatsApp is now hanging. It's hanging. I'm thinking of uninstalling it and reinstalling it back. So for now, don't send a DM on that. You can put it and tag me. I will take your matter up. So, how are GPA and CGP calculated? I think we've treated that before. So, it's please biology practical botany and it's pre-med offering it. Please, I already said check the curriculum I sent you. A lot of the people that registered their courses and haven't gotten their matric number or are not sure whether the courses were registered successfully. Those that have no matric number, I've already explained that in the beginning. Some of you have not paid school fees. And if you have paid school fees and you've not gotten a matric number, I already promised that I'll go to the admissions and ensure that everybody's admission is activated. Once it's activated, it will automatically show your matric number. So please, our pre-med still offering. Please don't repeat the question that been mentioned before. So please, portal is not open. Transfer department is our CA going to be online or physical? It depends on the lecturer. They can do it online. They can do it mostly. It will be online. It will be online. They can use the Google form for you, or they can use LMS for you, or test online. Your CA will be online, definitely. How do we go about GSC? I've explained that. How do you transfer to another department? I've explained that. Some of our courses are not in our portal, and the portal is not opening. Portal not opening is a different case. But how do you now know? You say some of your courses are not in your portal is not open. How do you now know? They're not correct. So please, is PHY can be the same with PH103 or are they two different courses? Please check. Some of you now, you may need to see your course advisor. I can tell you confidently that I have information on the pre-med. I've given them the courses for pre-med, but I can't give you course for your departments. You have to go to your department has to provide you the CCMAS document, your courses that you have to offer. That's why you have to see your course advisor properly. You need to see your course advisor on the course you have to register. Some of you, the courses you are thinking you are going to register is not what you are going to register. See your course advisor, they will actually tell you this is the course to register. For those that want transfer to other department, how will you go about it? I've talked about that. Is there a deadline for payment of school fees? I'm not the school authority to determine that, but I will urge you that you pay. Deadline is usually when the portal closes, that is deadline. When they close portal, that means that's the deadline. You can pay the school fees, but you will not be able to do anything, generate your course form and all. So I urge you, pay your school fees, even if it means that you are paying half. Sir, please, can one transfer from faculty? We've done that. Sir, please, the portal is still down. Yeah, if the portal is still down, it's a different thing. When our exam be held, exam will come up. Your exam will come up mostly by maybe April. Yeah, March ending or April. Are we expected to copy lecturer slide in a notebook? Are we expected to copy lecture slide in a notebook? Whatever work for you, you want to do that, you can do that. As long as it rocks your boat, yeah, you can do that. Then, how many courses are we supposed to offer? I can't say. Yes, we get about more than 11 departments, apart from pre-med. Pre-med is about 20 departments. How am I supposed to know? What you're going to do, see your course advisor. Everyone have their course advisor. Your course advisor will tell you which course to offer. Transfer department, please, I'm also register for elective in only level. They are not even elective. I don't think there's elective in only level. I don't think there's elective on the other level. So please explain the CGPA again. Wrong. There is time factor. Okay, after this, probably I'll try to explain it. Transfer of department, I've done that. So I see it going to be online, I've done that. Transfer of department. Oh, why people keep repeating the same question all over again? If you notice that somebody has mentioned a question, please don't repeat it again. Don't repeat it again. Don't repeat it again. Sir, can one transfer from anatomy to MBBA? No, you cannot. French is the only elective course on our portal. Do we really have to do it, sir? I don't know. Is it a GSC course? If French is elective on your portal, yes, do it. You can do it. If it's elective on GST, you can do it. Yeah. But I know people don't mind they do some elective courses which are probably GST or something. I don't know. Sir, some courses not available in our portal. See your course advisor. When I study nursing, I'm a chemistry student. You should have applied now. You should have applied for nursing from the beginning. But sir, PHY 103 is not in the course outline and we are offering it. Now, let me explain something regarding PHY 103 and PHY 101. Okay, please, this thing, some lecturers are still putting codes that are not in line with the new codes. I'm going to address that with the lecturers, and subsequently, they are going to give unique codes. I can assure you that. So please, on the issue of the physics, allow me to interface with the lecturers involved. Okay, just allow me to interface so you see the new codes. So how is talked about that? The zoology composite for biochemistry students. Check with your course advisor, please. Excuse me, sir. What? Please, is there a deadline for departmental registration? Of course, there is a deadline for departmental registration. The moment course portal closes, that's the deadline. The moment portal closes, but right now, there's no deadline because some of you are still registering, so there's no deadline for now. Before deadline will come up, it will be around, towards the exam. So what if your HOD refuses to sign you out? Of course, HOD will sign you out. Now, if you are a first class student, okay, HOD may not want to sign you out. But if you have a reason, everything is all about talking your way. If you meet the HOD and you say the reason why you want to leave, why not? They will sign you out. It's your right. They can't say they will not sign you out. The HOD can only try to convince you why you want to leave. You're a first class student. Are you not doing well? Just like you open an account in the bank, you have millions of naira in the bank account. Maybe you have 10 million naira. And if you want to close the account, the bank manager will call you to the office, offer you a month. You sit down. Why do you want to close the account? Is there any problem? Because you can't take away that 10 million. It's going to affect their deposits and all that. But if you don't have any money in the account or you want to leave, okay, you can go. So if you're a first class student or you're doing well, a brilliant student, you want to leave the department, they're going to be trying to convince you, but can't force you to stay. Okay, nobody can force you to stay. If you register for GST, but I still can't log in, sir. Okay, if you can't log in, that means they've not onboarded you. So I will work on that. For the GST, permit me to interface. How can we register for G? What are the costs? What are the costs? Some of your questions are not clear. How can we register for GST? Ask some of people that are registered. Let them tell you. So those that are registered for GST, please ask them. You should interact with your colleagues on the platform. It's not every question you ask me. There's a question you can ask your colleagues. They can tell you. I can't answer everyone. Okay. Please, I transfer from one faculty to another. I've done that. What did you say about the reopening portal? Okay, ask them. What is student mean? Okay. So CSC 101 an elective should be registered, sir. If an elective, you can register it for microbiology. Yes, register CSC 101 is an elective. Please go ahead and register it. How will the system know that one is absent from school? Oh, very funny. System will know. How will the system know? It's a good question anyway. How will the system know that you're absent? Because when you register in the beginning and you did not sit for the exam, okay, or you pay school fees and you did not register any course, the system will know. If you register and you did not sit for the exam, the system will know. So, or you did not register at all. If you did not register at all, system already say you're absent. Okay, it will say you're absent. If you're already a student, the moment you are already, this is your first registration now, system have taken notes, just like you activated a SIM card. Once you activate a SIM card and you don't use it for some time, previously then network operator will call you, you can disconnect your line because you're not using it. So once you have registered from day one, system already know you are active. So if you know the second session, if you don't register, if you don't pay school fees throughout this next session, you are absent. That's it. If you register, you don't come, they give you 0, absent. So system will know, definitely. French is the only I've done that. What of withdrawal from a course? I don't know. I don't understand that question. What of withdrawal from a course? That question is not clear, please. If you transfer, are you going to start from 200 level? Yes, a very good question. If you're a 100 level student, if you want to transfer to another level in 200 level, it is possible, provided that you have done some courses that are prerequisites. For instance, in Faculty of Science now, you can transfer. Yes, you can transfer and go to 200 level because you are all doing the same courses in 100 level. But in 200 level, if you want to transfer to another department in 300 level, you will lose a year. That means you have to go back to 200 level. You must lose a year. That is how it is done. Okay? Because there are some courses you've not done, so you be stepped down. But in 100 level, transfer to 200 level of other departments, provided that you have done all the courses they are having in 100 level. So that's the condition. But for 200 level, it is not always easy. You definitely lose a year. Okay, sir, I will see online or physical, online. So when is our matriculation? It will be announced. I'm not the one that will determine that. So are we doing test or CA? Is it test? Your test form your content assessment. How can we register for DSC? Oh, so is attending class compulsory? How can you ask that kind of question? It's compulsory. Why are you in school? Are you in school? You're in school to actually learn. So it's compulsory. If you don't have 70% attendance, you may not be allowed to sit for the examination. If you don't have 70% attendance, you may not be allowed to sit for the exam. Sir, was not able to register page. I don't understand the question. Sir, Michael Kevin Uzoma, he said, sir, was not able to register. Please, I don't understand. So when we transfer to another department after 100 level, we will repeat the 100 level or we move to 12 level. I've explained that before. Excuse me, sir, for what? What am I excusing you for? Oluwadamilare Ogunbayo, for the department transfer, can one transfer from science to clinical science? No. Move to 12 level, possible. Please, sir, what is the name of our VC? Oh my God. Somebody have answered you. PHY 101 isn't showing my portal. Forget about it. What about the ID card? Oh, ID cards. ID card, yes, is on the way. ID card is on the way. I can assure you that. Is it possible to transfer from statistics to computer science? Yeah, it's possible. But I don't think so. You know why? Let me explain why you may not transfer from statistics to computer. Computer usually have his quota filled up. His quota is already filled up, unless the quota is not filled up. If the quota is filled up, you may not be able to transfer to computer. But if the quota is filled up, if it's not filled up, yes, you can transfer. But if the quota is already filled up, you may not. I will explain CGP again. Hold on, let me answer the question. When people stop asking questions, because this is question and answer time. We are not there in the first class now. I say go and watch the video. When we will start DST, they will start. It's every registration compulsory like insurance or access bank. Ignite, what is the problem? Is every registration compulsory like insurance or access bank? Every registration, I don't know. Like insurance, I said, I don't know what you're talking about. So can the 100 level student still be undergoing direct entry? So could be enter College of Medicine? No. Well, if you want to apply for direct entry, that means you must have had an A-level course, and I don't think you do. My level is not qualified. Is it true that DSC does not add to our CGPA? Yes. If it's true, why are we doing it? It's compulsory. It's compulsory. You must do it. They call it general study because it's general studies. It provides you general studies compulsory. You don't know how to your CGPA, but you must pass it. If you like score 70, if you like score 90, it does not. If you like score 40, it does not. But you must pass it. Make sure you pass it all. Okay. What's the next question here? Sir, please, some of do not have matric number to register for DSC. Have you paid school fees? If you have paid school fees, yes, you should have your matric number activated this week. Is the GST of philosophy compulsory? Is compulsory. So I pay for school fees, but the portal was down and I've not been able to pay for GST. Hold on for the portal. So are students allowed to leave the school premises during school hours without permission? Why not? Of course, you can leave. Yes, you can leave. You can leave. You can leave. Yeah. You're an adult now. Nobody's going to stop you from leaving. You're an adult. But make sure you leave after classes. Don't abscond from classes. Sir, how do you withdraw from a course or apply for deferment? And we've talked about deferment before. If you want to sit for UTME again to another course, the thing is this: you don't really need to withdraw. Now, once you write for JAM for another course and you pass, okay, write a letter. You write a letter to the school authority, to the dean. You can write a letter that you are withdrawing, that and give your reason, so they'll treat it. So they'll remove you from the cohort. It's a very good one, because if you don't, you may be clashing. You may be clashing with your current academic records. It will be clashing with it. The system will be continuing with you, because once you're in the system, you can't be in two places. So they have to remove you from one. So that's a very good question. So how do we go about the student email? They will give you, don't worry. You can go to CITS. What about courses? What other courses can I study other than chemistry? What other courses can I study other than chemistry? I don't know. Yeah, see me on that, please. See me on that. Or you send me message privately. Okay? I don't want to waste other people's time. So how do we go about our ID card? It will be given to you, don't worry. It's in progress. So can I transfer from CBG to nursing? I'm almost done with the question. Thank God. So can I transfer from CBG to nursing? No, it's not possible. So I mistakenly delete all the message sent on my Gmail. I have not printed my receipt yet. What should I do? Sir, will it affect my registration? Go to your bin in your Gmail. Go to your bin. You'll find all your deleted message there. So you can restore it back. So if you don't find it in your bin, that means you deliberately delete it. If you delete a message on your Gmail, go to your bin. On that menu, you see spam, you see bin, inbox. Go to the bin, you see all your messages there. You can restore it back. Sir, can I transfer from mathematics education to mathematics under science faculty? Wow, that's difficult. That's very difficult. That's very difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult. But, well, you see me, I can provide some information. I can't provide this right now. You see me, I can provide some information later, or we can see how it can be done. Sir, DP, do we need to do any registration for ID card? No. Automatically, it will be generated for you. Your ID card will be picked up at your department when it is ready to be announced to you to your course advisor. You're going to pick up your ID card at your respective department, not at the sub-dean's office, please. Your ID card will be picked up at your department, respective department. Your course advisor will notify you once the ID cards are ready. Sir, will department registration end this month? I can't say, but I told you, do your registration, do your departmental registration and get off with it. Sir, the lag mobile. Oh, I don't know about lag mobile. The lag mobile is very important. You register for lag mobile, here they can put information for you. So I'm not interfering with lag mobile. So why is it not possible that I can't transfer from CBG to nursing? Well, Tuku Vanessa, let me explain. I've explained this before. You see, courses in College of Medicine, such as nursing, number one, is a professional course. Admission are usually oversubscribed. Like 200 people may apply and they will take 100 people or 150 people, okay, based on quota. There's a quota, there's a number of students that they must take. They have a maximum number of students they can take. They cannot take above that because it is not allowed, it could be sanctioned. Now, if they have actually fill up their quota for 100 level, all those 100 level they are transferring, they are going to 200 level. If none of them fail a course, If none of them fail, all of them have to go to 200 level. Now, you are now saying you want to go for CBD and join them in 200 level. It's not possible. Now, assuming 20 of them failed, okay, assuming 20 failed, God forbid. Assuming 20 failed, God forbid, out of 150, now we have 130 going to 200 level. Now, when they get to 200 level, there are some people that are coming with direct entry to join that nursing. Some are coming from UPEP, some are coming from E-levels. They are also going to join. When they join, they also have total number of quota that's supposed to fill. So those ones are prioritized. Assuming we don't have any direct entry coming, assuming we don't have any A-levels coming, then they can consider you. But since I've been in this university, there is no year that we don't have oversubscribed at the direct entry and on the level. So that is why it's not possible. I hope I've explained your question. Vanessa, where am I? Alabai do, sir, is the obligatory fee also the school fee? I think it is, yes. What if I want to make correction of name after completing my registration? Why do you want to make correction of name? Better do the correction of name now. Please, it will cost you a long process. Yes, start doing it now. That correction of name is very, very important. You must address it, otherwise you have problem in 400 level. Sir, can I transfer from pharmacy to medicine? No. I didn't receive an email after registering for the lab member. Go and check. Check your spam. Sir, I have my matric number, but I still carry it for GSC. I told you to address. Please don't repeat questions again. Sir, when is the registration deadline for freshers? I've thought about that, please. Sir, please, is it possible to transfer from statistics to computer science? I've addressed that. Sir, must you register my ID card online for the school to give us physical? They will give you, don't worry. Sir, is registration for ID card closed? I don't know. Is there a deadline for? I'll put the question in there now. I will not answer any question for that. Is there a deadline for faculty and departmental registration? Sir, when do you think the full courses will appear for course registration? For me, PHY 101 isn't showing. Don't forget about PHY 101. Kemi Posh, forget about PHY 101. It is now PHY-CM. Okay? Forget about it. Look for PHY-CM. Look for PHY-CM. Okay? No, you are not going to register for PHY 101. Look for PHY-CM. We are already deleting PHY 101. We are deleting it completely. So can an ND certificate be accepted for the agent? Are you an ND certificate? Please, sir, the student it cannot be accepted. They don't accept HND direct entry at Faculty of Science. Forget about it. Please, sir, the student portal for course registration is down. Will it be accessible for students again for course registration to enable us get a matric? Yes, this week. Sir, please, what is Lag Mobile for? Lag Mobile is for information from school. You just have to have it. It's information from school. I think it's 500 now. So they provide information for you and so many communication. Some of this I'm talking about, some of information announcement you get from Lag Mobile. The Lag Mobile is very important. Sir, PHR 101 TB was not from my portal. It has been deleted. Some of those PHR have been deleted. Check for the right course. Okay. So I could not see the deleted message in the bin. Can it be sent to me again? How come? Abdullah Falabi, how come? You say you cannot see the deleted message in your bin again. How come? Are you sure you deleted it? Are you sure you got it in the first place? There's no way you delete a message, you not see it in a bin. That means you deleted it yourself completely. Well, go and see them. Go and see them there. I don't know. After receiving a mail, after registering for Lag Mobile, they made a mistake with the last digit on my phone number. I hope I won't have a problem. So go and meet them. Go and make a complaint. Sir, please, how can I see you, as you said? Or will you show your number? You can come to this office. Come to this office. Or you send me, I can't put my number here. When you're in a group, you see my number there. Go just message that number that is announcing. That number with the logo. That number with the scholarly logo. Message it. Or you come to this office. But message me so I can give you appointment first. So what about postal balloting? How do you go about it? It will be announced to you. Don't worry. It will be announced to you. It will be announced. When the registration closing? Is the correction also applicable to CHM 101 or where we? I don't think there is CHM there. This issue is basically about PHY, okay? I don't think there's CM. I don't think so. But most of these courses will be onboarded this week, I can assure you. Sir, kindly help us on the information and guide the level of course of registration. I just joined the online registration. Okay. All right. I've done that. Thank you for all the this thing. So it's time for us to wrap up now. It's time for us to wrap up now. Time for us to wrap up now. I think we've been able to address some of your this thing. I can't even see your comment again. Where's your comment? Your comment have disappeared. The comment have disappeared. Oh my God. So okay, I think that is that. I can't find the thing just disappeared on my DC. I think this maybe it's high time that the I can't find your comment again. I can't find it again. It just disappeared from my stuff right now. It just disappeared. I can't find it. What happened? This is strange. I can't find it again. Okay. I think we have tried tonight. We have tried tonight and get the video of the first presentation if there are things that are missing. For this one, I don't want to exceed 8 o'clock. I'm already exceeded 8 o'clock, and I think it's the right time for me to stop right now. If there are any other questions that I have not addressed tonight, I'll try as much as possible to see how I can address them. Okay, I'll try as much as possible to see how I can address them. People are still talking. Okay, please, sir, can we access past question? Can we answer past question? Yes, of course. So how do we book private hostel? They are all around. Book it out if you have paid school fees and you have done physical school. When you register for course, you should see matric number. Yeah, thank you for giving them that information. All right. I think we have come to the right place, right point to stop this streaming, this orientation. Thank you for coming up for your own good. And I actually spent my own time too, okay? So it's time to call it a day. Thank you, everybody.